I mean, how it works. Now, since our entire file movement is digital, so there are times when some of our bureaucrats say that it's very difficult to move a file of 2,000 pages. How do we read it and how do we, act upon it? And it's very relevant. But now we have come out with a tool, which is actually, now we are using it. And this tool, AI tool, it reads a 2,000 pages file and puts all the relevant things on single page so that you take an informed decision. I know eventually with the passage of time, this will improve a lot, but I think it is helping and we are embracing it.
Sir, just a curious question. Is there a favorite AI tool that you use at home or at work?
No, there's nothing favorite, but I think all the tools which are available today, we are trying to use.
Maybe one more question to dig deeper onto the world of AI. Do you see geostrategic implications of AI progress, or AGI as it's called, artificial general intelligence, and do you see that as a relevant topic for India and Maharashtra, and how do you see that?
I think it's most relevant because, in the AI conference at France, Honorable Prime Minister has actually charted our roadmap into AI, and our Prime Minister feels that India wants to lead in terms of AI. I think today we cannot shy away from AI, and of course we all know that whether it is industry, whether it is governance, all are actually affected by AI. And so we have started building a lot of human resource around AI. I would just like to tell you that when I am sitting here today in Maharashtra, 10,000 women, with the help of Microsoft, we are training in AI. 10,000 women. And we want to train every single person using the AI tools. Because, see, when the smartphone came, there was a resistance. People used to say, even, somebody who is above 40 used to say, mere bas ka rog nahi hai, main nahi kar paunga. Today, everybody is using it. So, I mean, technology is something which, you have to embrace. It's like a horse. You have to sit on it and you have to ride it. So, we want every person from Maharashtra to ride on this AI revolution.
And this wave of AI is really inclusive because it learns you. You don't have to learn it. And to that extent, very, very powerful, sir. You also put a very bold and inspiring vision for Maharashtra of $1.5 trillion economy. And I'm told that at Davos, when you were there last month, you had investment proposals worth $183 billion for the state. How do we get to this $1.5 trillion economy, sir?
Yeah, I mean, that's true. At Davos, we got huge response from the industry, and in fact, there were 6 states at Davos, but Maharashtra could actually ink MOUs worth $180 billion, and that is one of the record which any of the country has created at Davos. Having said that, I think, sorry, what was the question?
The question was, how do we get to the $1.5 trillion economy?
Right. So now our first, our first aim is $1 trillion economy, because we are one state who has already passed $500 billion mark, and we are actually moving towards $1 trillion economy. If you look at our last 7 years CAGR, I think we have grown at around 10%, barring COVID years. And I think if we continue to do that, in next, let's say, 4 to 5 years, we will be a $1 trillion economy, first subnational $1 trillion economy. We created one economic advisory council. Mr. N. Chandrasekharan was chairman of our council, and that council has given us a roadmap to make Maharashtra $1 trillion economy. And in that roadmap, actually huge numbers would come from technology. So technology is something which will fast track our ability to become a $1 trillion economy. Having said that, now we have created second roadmap, and this is very amazing roadmap which we have created with the Niti Aayog, And the Niti Aayog and our experts together have put in a paper where they feel that Maharashtra can become a $1 trillion economy in next 4 or 5 years. But if we work properly, the MMR region itself can become a 1.5 trillion economy. And that's what we are now leveraging. This MMR region has ability and capability to become 1.5 trillion economy, and I think that will change the entire Maharashtra economics and the country's economics. So Honorable Prime Minister wants 4 or 5 growth hubs in our country, which would actually fuel the coming AI revolution, technology revolution, and new industry. And Niti Aayog feels that Maharashtra, and especially MMR region, Mumbai metropolitan region, can lead the way. So we have already started working on that as well.
Sir, you have in your recent speeches, you've spoken of Maharashtra as the data center capital of the country. You've also spoken of it as the fintech capital of the country. Could it also be the AI capital of our country?
I think it has to be, because right now 60% of the data center capacity that is created in India, it's created in and around New Mumbai, and it's in Maharashtra. Even at Davos, we could actually ink MOUs worth 20 billion into AI, into data center. So I think we have already become a data center hub. We have created now a new data center park around New Mumbai. And a lot of investments around data center are coming. And I must tell you that since data center needs a lot of power, so we are also generating a lot of green power. Initially we want to give a mixed type of green and conventional power to the data center, but somehow in future we feel that all this power should be green power. So we have also started working around that. I must tell you that today we have a power generation capacity of 45,000 gigawatt, 45 gigawatt, 40,000 megawatt. But by let's say 2030, it will be 75 gigawatt. Wow. And 50%, 52% of our power will come from non-conventional sources, will come from green sources. So I think we are working around that. And having said that, I think, of course, we want to lead this AI revolution. And we have, as I have told you, the committee which is working around making a new AI policy, I think the terms of reference is to make Maharashtra leader in AI. So we are focusing on that. And I think now we can see that a lot of investment into GCC is also coming to the state of Maharashtra. So Maharashtra has always been a leader. And you see, with this new third Mumbai which we are creating around the airport, which is 3 times bigger than Mumbai. Wow. And with this Atal Setu, which is joining Mumbai to New Mumbai, I think this new city which we are creating will be, it will be technology hub. It will be totally powered by the technology. And so far as, fintech is concerned, I think the undeclared capital of fintech has always been Mumbai.
Yes.
Everybody knows that. And even in the future, I think fintech will be present here. I must tell you that now we have become the real capital of startups.
Yes.
So in the recent Startup India report, one could see that I think around 28,000 startups are here. So in absolute number and in absolute investment, we are number 1. And out of those startups, I think around 35% of the startups are in the space of fintech. So rapidly this startup ecosystem is developing in the state of Maharashtra and in the sphere of fintech.
So to underscore 2 points, one thing you talked about electricity and power generation, and my recent conversation with Sam Altman of OpenAI, he made a very interesting point that the marginal cost of intelligence will be the cost of electricity. And therefore, there's very visionary of you to think of the power. And secondly, you talked about startup capital. And I'm also one of the founders of a team, the Tech Entrepreneurs Association of Mumbai. And we see that exciting tech companies are getting founded in Mumbai all the time. So great to hear that. So
and
just
then,
to come to...
then we must also tell them that we are organizing the Mumbai Tech Week,
yes,
which is Mumbai AI.
Mumbai AI, yes, absolutely. All right. So you briefly touched upon the topic of GCCs. I would love to go into a little bit more detail because you were just pointing out just before we started this conversation that there are 2,100 GCCs in our country. And it appears that India will be the second largest destination of talent for every major company on the planet. And therefore, it's important that Maharashtra compete effectively in GCCs. And to add an adjacent point, this is, Modi ji recently spoke about competitive, I want to get this right, competitive cooperative federalism, where he talked about states competing with each other, but also collaborating. So if you could throw some light on how is Maharashtra competing and collaborating with other states, especially when it comes to GCCs?
So I must tell you that already the GCCs have started arriving in Maharashtra. There are 4 or 5 which we are in active talks and mostly will close. We are creating a GCC park in New Mumbai, which will host, many GCCs. We want to create an ecosystem for GCCs in Mumbai, in Pune, in Nagpur, and in Sambhajinagar and Nasik. These are some areas where we want to create that. Having said that, I think, as rightly told by Honorable Prime Minister, it is competitive and collaborative federalism. Competitive in a sense, let's say when we went to Davos, we were 6 states in Davos. And out of those 6 states, only 2 states were BJP states. 4 states were differently governed states. But all the 6 states were in one pavilion.
Fantastic.
So there was an India pavilion. And in the India pavilion, we were together. And all the 6 states were talking about India. All the 6 states were talking about the might of India, the presence of India, the development of India. Having said that, each one of us was independently attracting the investor, and we were telling how we are the best in India. So this is competitive and collaborative federalism, which you can see in Davos.
Fantastic. So right now we are in the middle of Mahakumbh, and it's also been a demonstration of technology in improving citizens' life and making something like this feasible. I know you are preparing Maharashtra for Nasik Kumbh 2027. If you could tell us a little bit about how you're going to use technology in that.
So I think I must congratulate Chief Minister Yogi ji, the way he has handled the entire Kumbh, when people more than the population of Europe come to one single destination and still, they are fairly served. It is something which is absolutely amazing. And the amount of technology which they have used there. So I think this time it was not just a Mahakumbh, but also it was a technology-enabled Kumbh. And that is why, all these things were manageable. Now in 2027, we will have Kumbh at Nasik. You see how difficult it is for the government of Maharashtra or for me. I would just tell you that the Prayagraj Kumbh is organized in an area which is around 15,000 hectares.
Wow.
And Nasik Kumbh, the area is 250 hectares.
Oh.
250.
Wow.
But I have the experience of organizing Kumbh in 2015. So I'm sure that we will do that. But I would say that this will be technologically most advanced Kumbh. So the purity of the Kumbh and the sanctity of the Kumbh will not touch, but will give, immersive experience to the people who come to the Kumbh. Will create many things around technology, whereby, people are engaged. People, even those who just cannot go and bathe in the holy water, will get the experience of, having bathed in the holy water. And I think the entire management of the Kumbh will be technology enabled, from crowd management to all sort of, administration will be technology enabled. I think the Nasik Mahakumbh will also be a technological Mahakumbh, and we are preparing for that.
Well, that's an amazing, amazing, amazing statement. So I'll combine two questions for you. One is this idea of tech-enabled Mahakumbh. And then we also talked about agri being very important for you. Agriculture is very important. Agri-tech is very important. Doubling farmers' income is very important. How are you addressing that? And secondly, how can the tech industry, most important people in the tech industry are all here today, how can the tech industry support you in Mahakumbh, in Nasik Kumbh, as well as in agri-tech?
You have asked me a very relevant question, because many times people feel that when we talk about technology, there is a whole community which is left out, and mostly people talk about farming community, which is fairly big in number and which actually feed us. I mean, everything on our plate is because of them. Yes. So they are most important. Of late, we have realized that it is only by using the technology that we can double their income. We can actually change their lives. So we have already started that. We have started the Agri-Stack program. This Agri-Stack program is end-to-end digitization of farming cycle. It is about digitization of the farmlands. It's about digitization of their farm produce. It's about digitization of their market access. It is about digitization of every single thing. And with now using the drone technology, I think, see, a simple intervention by Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, he started this program called Drone Didi. Now these rural women are trained to, pilot the drone. And using that drone, you can do the spraying in a precision manner at a very low cost and without disturbing, the soil. So such interventions into technology are very important. Today, if you see that mostly the land holding has come down. And because of that, the ability to put in, money has also gone down. And that is where, shared type of interventions are very important, and that can only be brought by using technology. So today we have a multi-purpose society in every village. Now we have digitized every society. So almost all the societies are digitized. By digitizing these societies, we have brought in transparency, and we have enhanced their ability to finance the farmer. Otherwise, farmer will go to some private person, and he will end up into a debt trap. So these societies, now we are converting these societies into multi-purpose societies. In multi-purpose societies, they will have warehouse, they will have a market connect. So that will actually, create an entire rural economy, that will change entire rural economy. So I think that is very important that, we use lot of technology into. Today, we can see that using technology in irrigation has changed, the yields. The yields are increasing because of technology. There was a time when in some of the parts of Maharashtra, let's say a district like Sangli, which is agriculturally very advanced district, we can see some lands have become arid. They have become unproductive because of excessive use of water. So today, with the use of technology, we can give precision, irrigation to the crops, whereby our soil is also protected. At the same time, we get the good yield. So we are actually working on 2-3 programs with the World Bank as well, whereby there's one program called SMART, where we are actually creating the entire smart infrastructure for the farmers. And I think it is very important to use the technology. What was your second question?
My question was, how can this tech industry that's represented in this room, how can we support you, sir?
I think that is very important, because ultimately, it is not the government who is going to make the change. It is you who are going to make the change. We are the facilitators. And I think that you come up with the ideas, and we are there to support the ideas. Together we can create the ecosystem. Now, I would like to appeal each and every one of you that we are creating innovation city in Mumbai, in New Mumbai. This will be a 300-acre innovation city. We are right now putting up a paper how that city will be. I actually invite you to give your ideas how this innovation city should be. What should it host? How can it be one of the most futuristic city of our country? How can it be one of the most futuristic global city? So around that, if you can give us some ideas, because you are people who know the emerging markets, you know the needs of emerging markets, and we want to host everything and anything in terms of technology, innovation and AI in this city. We have already earmarked a 300-acre land, and we'll be putting up this city there. Actually, Mr. N. Chandrasekharan of Tata Sons has volunteered to create a paper around that. Once the paper comes, then we'll also formally invite suggestions, and then we'll go for it. So I think in this sector, a lot of help can come from the industry.
It's clear that Maharashtra, agri is agri-tech, finance is fintech, and our Chief Minister is leading with tech and improving the lives of our citizens. So thank you, sir, for coming here, inspiring us today.
Thank you for having me here. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, once again, can we have a very, very big round of applause? Shri Devendra Fadnavis, sir, thank you so much for coming and joining us. And sir, thank you so much for leading our panel as well. Well, folks, don't go anywhere because we're going to jump straight into our next session. Don't go anywhere because we're going to jump straight into our next conversation that will be taking place on this stage. So requesting everyone to please continue sitting.
माणिकराव कोकाटे उपस्थित असणार. मुंबई बाजार समितीच्या सभापती आणि उपसभापती पदासाठी आज निवडणूक. मुंबई हायकोर्टाच्या आदेशानंतर निवडणुकीची घोषणा 1.5 वर्षांपूर्वीच पदरिक्त. करुणा मुंडेंच्या याचिकेवर आज परळी कोर्टात सुनावणी. धनंजय मुंडेंनी निवडणूक शपथपत्रात खोटी माहिती दिल्याची तक्रार. करुणा मुंडेंच्या नावावरील मिळकतीबाबत उल्लेखच नसल्याचा आरोप. राज ठाकरे आणि उद्धव ठाकरे मुंबईत लग्न सोहळ्यात